Hi friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. We're in black and white today because it is a palette bingo. Singe has come out with 2 palettes so far. Most recently, the Agate Temptation. The Galactic Visitor was at the end of last year, and I thought they'd be fun to pair together, and I figured what better way than palette bingo. And truth be told, I have to give credit where credit is due. My channel memberships, I do a members only video every month, and I ask my members to give suggestions, and doing a bingo with these 2 palettes was one of the suggestions. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that anyways, even though that didn't end up winning for my member video for the month. I did a different bingo actually. I figured I would still do a video as well. So here we are. Shout out to my channel members for sparking the idea. But we are gonna get into it. I know you can't see because I'm in black and white right now, but I figured I would still just shout out my accessory details. This smaller necklace is Ana Luisa. I think this one is from Shop Sun & Co. This ring is from Ana Luisa. These little huggy hoops are Primark, little plugs are from Amazon, and then this hat is from Witchwood Bags. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the bingo and see what the palette bingo gods had in store for this look. Okay, let's get into this bingo. I have my 2 palettes here that I'm going to play with. So we have the Galactic Visitor. This was Singe's first palette. She's so pretty. I love the different like blues, the pop of yellow. So cool, and all these dark shades, so good. And then the newest palette, the Agate Temptation. This is gorgeous. I love the earthy tones. It's very warm and just so yummy. Those greens, so good. And I'm excited to pair these together. I'm so curious to see what we get. I'm going to randomly generate 3 shades from each palette, so we'll have 6 total, and we're just gonna see what the palette bingo gods give us. So I have a random number generator here on Google. I have it set 1 to 16 because both of these palettes have 16 shades. We are gonna draw from the Galactic Visitor first, since that is the first palette that came out. So we got shades 5, 15, and 14. So we have 5 Space Dust, 15 is Milky Way, and 14 is Orbit. I'm already feeling good about that, honestly. I'm really glad we got some shimmers right off the bat because we do have more mattes than shimmers throughout these palettes, so I'm happy to know that we for sure at least have these 3. And I like this combo already, so we're gonna see what the Agate Temptation gives us. So setting it again, 1 to 16, we got 1, 14, and 12. So we got 1, this like gray shade. Number 14 is this orange shade. And then number 12 is Metamorphic, this like warm brown. Okay, but why is that so cohesive? Like I feel like this shade goes with these 2 really well. And then like this gold goes with like the 2 warm shades really well. That's very cohesive. We have kind of a mixture of warm and cool going on. I am excited about that. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I feel like I definitely want the bluey shades in the crease, and then I maybe want to blow out the warmth on the lower lash line. I think that might be fun. And I'm mostly saying that just because I did do a very warm look with the warmer shades with the Agate Temptation recently. So I feel like if I put those all over the like upper lid, it's not going to be the exact same look, but it would be a little repetitive. I feel like that would spice it up a little bit just compared to what I've done recently. So I'm excited about that actually. I might even mostly just do this in the crease and then use maybe the mint shade for the inner corner. I think that could be fun. I definitely want this sort of like iridescent-y shade all over the lid. I think that would be really pretty too. And then lots of warmth smoked out underneath, pop of gold. We're gonna figure out what happens. I'm going to gather my brushes, finish formulating my thoughts, and we will get into this bingo. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. I'm going to start by priming with the Sigma eyeshadow base in Ignite. I'm just going to smear this on and blend it out. I think by the time this video goes up, the Agate Temptation will have already launched. Actually, I know it will because it's launching the day that I'm filming this. So let me know if you picked it up. Did you pick up Galactic Visitor? Are you interested in either of these? I'm very curious. I think my favorite between the 2 is the Agate Temptation just because I love those rich greens so much and I just love how earthy and grungy it is. Yeah, I think that's my final answer. I do like the Galactic Visitor a lot as well, but I think Agate Temptation has my heart more. So I'm gonna start in the Galactic Visitor palette. I'm gonna take Orbit. I'm gonna take this Sigma E27 brush and I'm just gonna start packing this on my lid. Honestly, covering a good majority of it, like probably about half. And I'm just really stamping it and stretching it outwards. I will blend this out in a second with another brush, but I just want to kind of get a lot of the shade really laid down and coated. That is a really pretty shade, kind of like a periwinkle blue almost. It's really cool. And to blend that out, I'm gonna take that like grayish minty shade from the Agate Temptation. I'm gonna use this giant fluffy brush from the Chokehold Cosmetics collection. And I'm just gonna run this all up in the crease in that upper area, really blending and blowing it out in the outer corner, leaving the lower lash line blank for now because I'm reserving that for all the warmth. This is gonna be such a like mixture of colors here with the very cool tones with the very warm tones. I almost feel like this couldn't have been more opposite. So I think I'll go ahead and do the shimmer on the upper lid and then we'll work on the lower lash line. I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Primer. I'm just gonna use my finger, especially because my nails are short right now. I have eyeshadow all over my entire existence right now. Just gonna lightly press some of this on my lid. This is just going to prep nicely. It's gonna help my shimmer pop really well and also stay put. So grabbing Milky Way from the Galactic Visitor. I'm so excited. Just gonna start pressing that all over the front half. Like I'll let it scoot into the rest of this as well, but I want the majority of this shade to be in that front half of the lid and then just kind of fade out into the rest. That is so pretty. My cool toned loving heart is singing right now. This is so great. Those icy reflex all throughout that are so, so pretty. So now I'm gonna work on the lower lash line. So just doing a combination of that brown with that orangey shade. I'm gonna use this dual-ended Sigma brush. I'm gonna start with the E54 side. Just gonna grab some of that brown on it, tap it off a little bit because I feel like I had too much. And I'm just gonna press that really close to the outer corner of that lower lash line. I don't want to drag it like up into this really. I want to keep it pretty separate. This is honestly going to be such a complimentary look because on the color wheel, blue and orange are complementary and we have such a blue focused upper lid and then this is going to be a very orangey brown focused lower. So taking the E38 side with that orangey shade, I'm going to start just doing light little circular motions in that outer corner of the lower lash line. I don't want it to be blown out like all the way from inner to outer. I want it mostly focused just in the outer because it's going to kind of complement that shape. Get it just very blown out. Look at that color combo. That is so cool. If you know, you know. I'm not the biggest fan of orange and blue together just because traditional like bold, bright orange and blue, that is the color of the Florida Gators and I live in North Central Florida. So I can't be out here accidentally looking like I care about sports, but I do like orange and blue when it's more of like a unique tone combination. Like a navy and a tangerine I think would be super cool. Or even this where it's like a dusty blue with this more browny orange. I think that's a fun combo. I just can't be repping Gators colors on accident. Not even that I'm against the Gators specifically, I'm just against sports. I feel like this color combo is kind of retro looking. I really like it. I think it's looking pretty fun. So going back into that weird minty gray shade, I kind of do want to use that as my inner corner a little bit. I'm gonna use the Singe E01 brush and I'm just gonna stamp that in the inner corner and just kind of lightly feather it out. I'm doing this before I do my pop of shimmer on the lower lash line just so I can have a nice smooth base so it doesn't like move that gold shimmer around very much. I want to keep this pretty concentrated. I like that it just kind of added a little extra brightness and complements that upper lid nicely. Obviously I could slap a bunch of shimmer in the inner corner, but once in a while a matte inner corner is nice. And finally taking Space Dust back in the Galactic Visitor palette. I'm gonna use this Blend Bunny B2 brush, just like a little pencil brush. And I just want to pop this in the front lower inner corner of that lower lash line just to add a little extra sparkle, a little highlightiness, add to that warm lower lash. This is looking really pretty. I actually really dig this color combo. Okay, through on my lashes, these are the Whisper half lashes. I also threw in my eye pencil. It is Glitzy Gold from NYX. I just wanted to play with that gold more. And I was kind of torn at what lip to do because with this look, I could really have gone either way with cool or warm tones. I decided I did want to do something warm for the lips. So I'm gonna start with my Cinnamon Pencil from Melt just to line and lightly fill in before I go in with my lipstick. This is just such a good lip pencil color. Every time I wear it, I'm so happy. And then for my actual lipstick, I want to use Teddy Bear from Menagerie. I thought it would blend with this pencil really nicely, so I'm just going to add a little bit to the center, and then I'm going to use my finger to kind of blend it in. So it's a little bit more of a blurred, blotted sort of look. But I thought this color, yes, I really like this color with the eye look. It's really nice. And a little bit on the top as well. Oh yeah, I think that's perfect. That like warm kind of blurred lip with the lower lash. I love that. Thanks so much for watching and being here and hanging out. I had a lot of fun. I think this look turned out so cool. I really like the high contrast, like cool and warm, but we also have like muted versions of those tones, which I think is really cool. It's so fun. It came out so cohesive, yet still interesting and contrasting. So I feel like the palette bingo gods were on our side today. If you randomly generated these shades, would you have done something similar? Would you have done something different? I could have like kind of swapped where I placed the colors for sure, but I feel like I'm just really happy with the warmth being on the lower. But I feel like there's a lot of options you could have done with this combo, so I'm curious what you would have done. Thank you so much for being here and for hanging out. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some random emojis, emoji bingo style. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can hop over to my Instagram and TikTok. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And you can also hop over to my second channel, linked in my description box. That is if you want additional content, of course. And also linked in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep watching, I'll pop a similar one on the screen. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one.